Okay, let's go. This is a video for a DAP. Haven't done this in a long time, but this is literally something I've been waiting for years. I've been waiting for something to have a profile like my phone, totally gutted out and filled with high quality, high fidelity gears on the inside. And somebody finally did it to a level that I find to be acceptable and appealing. This is the Onyx. Let me check the name here. The Onyx Waltz XM10 LTD. This is an iPhone Pro 16 Max or Pro Max 16, whatever. And you can see it's essentially, both of these have covers on them. It's very close to being the same thing as far as its weight, really, and its size. And if I were to, I use a lanyard with this, but if I were to stick it in my pocket, it would be no problem. I can do the same, and I have done that with this. So its form factor is very appealing to me. Now let's talk about the internals inside of it. It has for a DAC, an AK4499EX with an AK4191. Amps are dual AD 8397s. It has an output power of, in 3.5, 220 milliwatt at 32 ohms, and then by the adapter which they have included, 880 milliwatts at 32 ohms. The output ports are 3.5 SE and 4.4 via the adapter. CPU is a Snapdragon 665. Its operating system is an Android 13, 6 gigabytes, 6-inch 2160 by 1080 FHD touchscreen. It's a beautiful screen. 2-way Bluetooth 5.0, 43. So that's not 5.1 or 2 or 5.1, but it worked fine when I connected wireless to it. 4300 mAh is a relatively small battery. It says up to 8 hours. I'm getting actually around that. Charging supports 18 watt QC and PD fast charging. Thickness 11.5, and it's a stainless steel body. So those are the specs that you need to know. This is, let me double tap, see if we wake up here. Here we go. I love this not just for its form factor, but its absolute incredible ease of use. It's a Shanling, and I believe it's based on a Hibby, a very modified Hibby. I haven't used the very latest Hibby, but I have a Hibby R8-2 right there, and I have the original R8 right there. You've got all songs, album, artist, playlist, folder settings. You can do all kinds of stuff. Tap that, and that's the interface that I'm using right now, the stock one. If you don't like this one right here, oh, I'm sorry, it was this settings. Go into here, and again, you're seeing a lot of stuff that other people can go through for you. It's been in DAPs for a long time. I can switch the skin, and I go from this and go to the stock one, and use that. So there's a lot of stuff, and you can also do custom ones if you want, and then switch it. Now this looks more like what you might see in photographs. I like the other one, but I'll just leave this here for right now. You can change the screen that you're looking at. This is kind of like the Neutron app. I believe it was the Neutron, and I could adjust the timing of that to more accurately reflect the speed of the music. This is kind of, I'm not able to do that so far that I can figure out. So there's some simple tweaks there. The way that it lines everything up, like a playlist, I don't really have one, but it's putting it in favorites and recently played. The quality and colors on this are epic as well. Albums. If I scroll through the albums with 6 megabyte or 6 gigs of RAM, I'm expecting that I'm not going to see this lag of filling in the albums, but it does. Back in the day, I thought it's just the way that they do the software. They have it so that they can detect when something is crossing a certain threshold, and they fill that so that they're saving memory. I believe I talked with Joe Blogs about that, and that helps it so when you're swiping really fast, it can keep up, and even if it doesn't have a lot of RAM. This isn't doing that. I'm okay with that because I'm not, but that used to be something that I checked out a lot. So the colors on this are just very, very nice. It's very clean. It's very, very light. It's got the ability to modify. It's got an EQ if you want to use an EQ. I'm really not into that for a couple reasons. One, I'm a reviewer, and I really got to give opinions on stuff as it comes out the box and as I listen to it, because it doesn't make any sense to discuss EQ with you, because A lot of people aren't into that, including myself, really. If I had 2 or 3 earphones and that was it, and I was just like a consumer hobbyist, I guess something like the Hibby would be something, because it's like a small personal computer, and I can do, I think, multiple profiles that are independent and separate. And like if I plug in one, I can select this profile and it does all of this stuff, multiple layers. But I don't really stick to EMs that strongly, and I don't have such a small stable. A stable, like a group that I have, and I have them for a long period of time. I tend to move off. I give it away to other people, or I just switch and sell and buy. And so I don't need something that's got that type of precision, really. I need the type of precision that something like this gives, which is has a DSP Blackfin chip that's dedicated to doing all the work for the PEQ, which is the best in the business to this day. And I don't think they're doing it as good in the recent ones, because I don't think they have that Blackfin chip anymore. So I like the specializing thing more than the can do 150,000 different things. And this kind of fits that. Somebody else will do a review for it and tell you all the other things that are under the hood. I think it sounds good, but when I say that, I know that a lot of that has to do with, if not most of it, with the earphones that I'm listening to. Not really the DAP, though some DAPs do sound different. For example, this is I believe a Cirrus Logic chip. It's not an AK anyway. An AK's always had it's kind of warmish, and the Cirrus Logic are kind of cold and analytical, and the Calyx M Audio is the warmest DAP I've ever heard in my life, while still maintaining some clarity. So I bought one, found one in a box in perfect condition, unused, and I keep it permanently. I never offer that up. And I also have an iPod Nano, is that what it's called? And it's got a AK chip in it. It's one of the few that had it. It's kind of a classic, so I keep this as well. And I actually have the cable for it. So that's a collectible as well. This is one that if I do give it away to somebody in the comments below, I would just go end up picking up another one. It's really nice. I like the way that it looks. I like its ease of use, its sound quality, listening to a lot of gear like I have the PMG APX SE, which is right here. I get up to about 23, 24, 25 on high gain when I'm adjusting up the volume, which would be right here. So I just upped it now, that's 33. So that means that I was on 30 or 31 for something else. So I've got plenty of room for that. If I were using this for headphones, that might be another story, but I don't really use DAPs and headphones. I've always used a shit stack or something else like that. So enough power to power a hi-fi man, I would doubt it, actually. This is for IEMs, and that's what I use it for. The one nick that I saw some people talking about is that the 3.5 to 4.4, they just wish it was a 4.4. I can kind of get it, but then again, I don't get it, because balanced lines are actually something that came from like lines for a microphone that travel a long distance, and that there's the reason that balanced exists and why people talk about it are kind of very weird. It's literally made for longer transmission, pretty much. There's a couple other points to that, but there's not a higher quality coming out of that, and this does actually have 4.4, and it's got tons of power. If you think having a dedicated circuitry and port for 4.4 is better, I guess. I really don't put any concern into that, and I don't find there to be any audible difference between this in the converted version versus the original Hibby R8, which I did listen to a couple sets on both of these, and I actually like the Onyx a little better. Why I'm doing the video actually right now. Like it. I totally jumped on the company Shanling for not shipping when they said they would. No apologies for that. Business is business. When people pay money, do what you said. Fat frequency, I'll bring them up all the time. I don't want anything to do with any companies do anything like that. They ended up sending it the day that I complained about it, and then it came 2 days later because they sent it super fast, and I believe they included the case for free. So thank you to them and appreciate it. Love this. Very nice. I'll let you guys go, and if you're interested in this, good luck to you, and I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you in 2 days anyway, and I'm out.